Welcome to the latest MTDCNC podcast. As you might have guessed behind us, AMB 2024 is fast upon us. We are going there to Stuttgart, the messy at Stuttgart, in fact, 10th to 14th of September. Now, before I introduce these guys, just to clarify, 10th to 14th of September is a
Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday.
Yeah, so Tuesday to Saturday, slightly different to UK shows. The Germans probably don't want to close down there. They want to stop working probably. I don't know. But anyway, enough of that. I'm Colin Griffiths. I'm leading today's show, if that's the right word. May I introduce you first of all to Paul Jones, CEO of MTDCNC.
Thank you for having us today, Colin.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to this one. And looking forward to the show.
Absolutely, as is usual. We've got a number of film crews going out there. But next and not least, Tom Skabala. Who are you and what's your role?
Well, thank you. Technical presenter here at MTD, and I can't wait to see what they've got on offer.
And I just want to clarify, it is MTDCNC for reasons we shall move on quickly. Rowan Easter Robertson. Rowan, you may not have seen him for the last month or two because he's been sabbatical holiday.
Yeah, I've been away for a little bit. Just seeing a bit of Europe, which is really nice. But I'm happy to be back. Really looking forward to.
You look like you lost
winter.
a bit of weight actually. Did you not?
I had a bit of an illness and I was away and.
Oh, right.
No, it's all right. Well, yeah, and
I
didn't eat a huge amount, I guess, but I was spending a lot of time at bakeries, mostly sweet stuff, not healthy.
Anyway, enough of that. Rowan Easter Robertson, what's your role within MTDCNC?
Technical presenting. Been doing it for a while now, but yeah, I'm looking forward to
Great
winter.
to have you back, and let's hope you feel a lot better soon.
Hopefully.
So, moving on to swiftly, lovely it is to find out all about you guys. I'm going to be educated by them now. That's a very strong and bold statement. So, I'm going to go for Hofmann Vratny. Now, I haven't heard of these guys before. Tom, over to you.
So these are a new customer to MTD. We've never worked with these before.
MTDCNC, please.
MTDCNC. They are a tooling manufacturer. They've been around for over 48 years, and they actually produce more than 2 million M mills a year. And I tell you what, they are it's not practical, but they are some of the best looking M mills you'll see as well. The colours they get on their finishes are just outstanding. And I have actually used some of their M mills as well when I was on the machine. So this is the first time we will have worked with these guys, and we're going to be showcasing some of their new products as well as their range. They're in Hall 1, Z146. They're in the gallery.
So you talk about these M mills though, Tom. What's different about them? I mean, it's often very difficult to pick differences between some of these suppliers, but why should people be going to see them and looking at them?
Well, actually, their portfolio is divided into two lines. They've got an expert range and a basic line. So they have something for the price you want to pay. So obviously, you go to some manufacturers and you might not want to be spending as much. If you're just a little subcontract shop, you don't want to be spending thousands and thousands of pounds if you don't need to. So they will have a cutter or a drill that is within your price range but still gives you the quality you would expect.
So you're not compromising that quality?
No.
Is that their only range of products? Or
it is in the areas they're taking to the show.
Okay.
But what is their focus for AMB? Now, I'm going to read this because I can't write this any better, but at the AMB, you can see in detail what's been going on in their development since EMO last year. The Expert and Basic series have now been extended to new milling cutter types and existing milling cutters that are being offered in additional specifications.
Yeah, so is that focus? So it's mostly milling?
Mostly milling. So yeah, there's going to be an introduction of a new product range of solid carbide twist drills.
Cool. Yeah.
What is a twist drill?
I guess it's like a standard drill. I mean, normally, I guess originally they used to literally make a drill by cutting two flutes in it and twisting it.
Yeah.
That was the original. But nowadays, it doesn't mean they've just stretched it out and twisted it. They will have probably ground it, I assume. But twist drill comes from just a standard jobber drill, because they literally used to twist them to make.
Did you ever do the regrinding of drills during your apprenticeship?
No.
Yes,
no.
I did.
Never.
I didn't do it in my apprenticeship because I am one of these people don't like. When I never did an apprenticeship, I learned by doing.
Did yours on the shop floor?
I did mine on the shop floor where I was given a box of worn drills and then said I want all that lot sharpening from like 2 mil all the way up to like 30 mil.
They did ask you to go and get a long weight as well, did they?
No.
Striping paint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
How was
bad enough having one of these on, never mind both of them.
We could do all the old gags.
But also they have got, in their portfolio, they include, and this might mean nothing to you, but Rowan will know what I mean, 3 times, 5 times, and 8 times D in length. So again, there's something for everybody. And like I said, you might not have heard of them, but they've been around for so long. They have, let me find quick.
But is there not a limit to how many deer can go to? Because then you get run out and issues.
Yeah.
So I do know what that means.
Sorry. But they've got 2 sites, and at one site, which I cannot remember the name of, let me just find it, is their... where did I find it? I can't remember where I found it.
Are these guys based in the UK as well, or are they German?
No, they're in Germany. Right, here we go. So, their headquarters is in the foothills of the Bavarian Alps in the southeast of Munich. But they also have a branch in Nuremberg, and that's where all their end mills are reconditioned to practically new. So, they, as well as selling new end mills, they do have a regrind service as well.
Brilliant. Yeah,
so, again, something for everyone. And people really should visit this stand because their end mills just look incredible, as well as anything else.
When you use them, how do they perform though?
They are very good. And like I said, I have actually used some of these. And
what material sets would you have?
So I've used them in steel, titanium, and then aluminium. Now, it was really weird because I used them in aluminium and I used an 8 flute end mill in aluminium. Now you would think that's not going to work because normally 3
Chips
flute?
get packed in. Yeah, 3 flute max normally.
The finish you could get was like glass.
Yeah.
But this to me as not being a cutting tool specialist, I always find this area really interesting because it's all down to tool wear, isn't it? Tool life, speed of cut, all these things, and there's such small differences that make the difference between
MMR, which is
metal removal rate.
Look at him. Yeah. So the better,
but it's all right removing metal at extremely high speeds, but if you're not getting
it's the tool life as well, isn't it? So so they obviously they've got the expert and the basic range. I'm gonna say I might be wrong, but I'm gonna say the basic range doesn't give you the performance and the longevity of the expert range, but obviously there'll be a price point for that.
Yeah, it's interesting to find a manufacturer that focuses most, obviously they're releasing some drills, but someone that focuses mostly on machining and specifically end mills as well, because I guess if you want some of the top of the range tools, you've got to go to a specialist, really.
Gentlemen, I'm going to have to cut you off there, Paul. That's right. Essentially, get to their stand, watch the videos we're going to produce for them. Just to clarify, where is that stand again, Tom?
So Hall 1 Z146, and just before you finish, they produce milling cutters for machining steels, cast irons, aluminium, stainless steel, titanium, hardened steels, and also milling cutters for universal machining.
There you go. And just clarify, that where they're placed is on the gantry? Or
they're on the gallery.
Gallery, sorry. So if you can't find them, that's where they are.
Yeah, they're upstairs. They were in the same place, I think, 2 years ago, and it's a great place to be.
And just to clarify, it was MRR, wasn't it?
MRR, removal rate.
Thank you.
There we go. Thanks for clarifying.
Not MMR or MRI, MRR, just clarify. Right, anyway, I'm now going to put Paul to the test because
Don't do that.
I've met these guys before. In fact, I met Stanley at Timtos 2023, I think. We are Globetrotters, obviously. Mylas. Tell me more about them.
Well, they're supplied here in the UK by Dugon. In fact, you've done a couple of videos recently.
I have, yes.
But I think the really interesting part about these machines is the flexibility. So we often look at machines in the market that are sliding head technology. They've got lots of platens on and lots of tools. You don't often see it where it's working in conjunction potentially with a turret as well. So you've got the additional tool options of having a really solid BMT turret on a machine coupled with a platen that's got lots of tool holders on it. So you get speed, you get performance, you get power. So it's kind of a real mix. It's a real flexible offering that they offer on their machine.
So it's a fixed head machine or a slider, or
they do both. And I think one of the machines they're actually taking to the show is the My Turn, which is a machine that does have everything that I'm talking about. And in fact, it might have been one you looked at.
So it's a great middle of the road machine. So obviously you'll get people who are just doing fixed head stuff, but then you'll get on the other end of the scale you'll get people that are just doing sliding head stuff. Well, the great thing about that is you can do both. So you can customize it to whatever suits your business. So if you haven't got them thousands and thousands of parts to run, this machine is brilliant.
What do you mean by it's customizable? So you can change the spindle you can customize it when you buy it?
So you would select, 2 spindles, a turret, a y-axis, 2 y-axis platens, however you feel that you want to make this machine in accordance with what your machine shop does. What's really an important point is the fact that every machine tool manufacturer these days is trying to accommodate machine shops that require flexibility, and nobody wants to pigeonhole themselves into buying a specific machine that just does a specific job, because we all know, contracts don't run these days as long as they used to. So you want to be able to buy a machine that if something does change or something does, a job comes in that you didn't expect. If you're buying a machine that offers you lots of different options when you're machining, then the Mylas that's just one of the machines that they'll have at the show. What I didn't know about this company, and you may well have done from meeting Stanley in the past, is they've got 6,500 machines installed around the world. So this isn't a business, although we haven't spoken about them a lot until Dugard started working with them recently. That doesn't mean that they haven't got a real depth in installations around the world. Absolutely. So it's a machine. If you want to look at flexibility, it'd be definitely.
Tom, you said middle of the road. They're not really middle of the road. They're a good quality machine.
Oh yeah, no, I mean
but new to the UK. So, as Paul alluded, 6,500 installed.
Yeah,
they know their stuff. But I think also you said Plattons, which is again, other people call them gangs. Just for
gang, yeah.
Engineers, we all know engineers have three names for one thing, which is confuses me a lot. But we'll move on from that one. So that's your Mylas. So. A hybrid, really.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to see a machine that is capable of lots of things, and also you can kind of spec it out and go, do you know what? I actually don't need a turret. I just need a sliding head lathe. Okay, well there's an optional, or I need a lot more tools on it, and I need to do, sub-spindle work and finish parts in one hit. Whatever you're looking for, it is a company that's got experience in making these, very versatile
machines. So I'm thinking.
Machines.
Big batches, small batches, or one-offs.
It could be absolutely either. In fact, the machines you've seen at Dugard, I believe they've bought them in. One of them didn't have a turret, if I remember correctly. It just had gang type tooling on it. But there are machines that have those too. So you can really, with driven tools on, and you can really up the capability of your machine tool.
You also get a lot of machine for a very small footprint as well. So it's not one of these machines where you get all that customization you've spoke about, but you need a really big space in your workshop. These machines can go in subcontract shops all the way up to your big producing shops, because it comes all boxed in and they look really nice as well, but they are quite
about
small.
Looks with you, isn't it?
I know, I was thinking of saying that, but I didn't really want to say it after the last one. But no, you get a lot of machine in a small footprint.
I've not seen a Mylas. Well, I have seen a Mylas, but those out there who haven't seen a Mylas before, am I going to program it?
Yeah. I mean, most of these machines, when it comes to programming these days, they have their own really intuitive software, which means they call them kind of like channels, where you've got the first operation, or the gang tools, or the Plattons, or the spindles is a channel, the turret might be, and then you program each one, and then they come. But
they're running on Fanuc, Siemens, or they've got their own.
I think there's a selection of controls. Right, sorry, I didn't. I was going.
That's right.
Yeah, they come with like a Fanuc or a Siemens, but then they've actually got their own software built into that as well.
Yeah.
I guess is this kind of quite useful for a shop that's mostly sliders? They want to move into maybe more fixed head work, bigger work, lower volumes, or someone go the other way as well.
Even the other way around.
Okay, I'm going to put it on a spot here, Paul. What size they go from until? That's probably not fair to do.
I'm going to say to you, go to the exhibition and ask them, because it would be unfair of me to steal their thunder.
But that's good. Well, that's good, because I'm going to the
promise
exhibition.
you, I do know the
answer. So I will go and see them. What stand are they on?
So they're on Hall 4. And they're in on stand 4A52.
And this will all be in the description for the podcast. So don't worry about writing it all down, remembering it all. Anyway, move on swiftly. Next one we've got is, I'm going to put you on the spot, Ryan.
I knew that was coming.
All about automation software. Is that right? Fastems.
Yeah, Fastems. It's not just software. Fastems do massive automation projects. I've not been lucky enough to go to Fastems, see the factory. I know you've been there.
I've been there. Absolutely fantastic facility.
Don't go in January.
Don't go into why? It's a little bit chilly.
No light.
No, really. It's not just cold.
No,
how were your gravel axe?
Good food, though. Good food.
Yeah, great place, but it was.
But one thing we've actually done a video, a great install in the UK, which was Cosworth, as a great example of the automation of machines. But anyway, don't steal your thunder.
Absolutely. No, don't worry about it. It's all right. So I've not had the pleasure of seeing the Fastems systems in person, but I know we've covered them a lot on the MTDCNC channel. But they're obviously based in Finland. A bit of history. They've been going for 40 years, and they've got 5,000 installations worldwide, all with about 100. What's interesting is not just with a certain machine tool brands, but with over 100 different machine tool brands as well. So it's not just an automation system where you're locked into using one machine tool brand as well. You can almost bring the machines you want to use. Then they can build the work holding and the pallet changing systems and the tool changing systems around the machines that you need.
Absolutely.
And
it's not new machine. You can retrofit these as well. So any
Yeah.
machine essentially.
yeah,
I'd
yeah,
say.
yeah. I guess any machine you've got in, I guess you'd probably want to fit them with a newer machine tool for longevity. But the interesting thing as well is just the pure flexibility in terms of machine layout. So if your factory is not a brand new unit, you've got an existing unit, you've got to work around RSJs and where the roof's high enough, then you can build a whole pallet system around your factory as well.
And FPT, is that right?
Yeah, so they've got a flexible pallet system they're going to be showing off, which
Yep.
is for 4th and 5th axis machine tools. That's what they're going to be having on site. They've also got a new turret tool changer, which is their kind of first foray into turning automation, so that can actually change tools in a lathe turret. And I assume, again, following kind of that philosophy, you'll be able to bring your own lathe that you want to use. If you want to bring a Mylas machine tool, for example, or any of the huge different lathes available, sliding head or fixed, you can change tools in the turret using any new tool changer. So that's going to be on site as well.
Is that going to be on show?
Yeah, that's going to be on show,
Fastems
so the
at the
turret
event?
tool changer.
Okay.
So it sounds like it's probably quite a big stand they're
Yeah.
showing off for those two systems at least.
And they've got shows going on throughout the week. So look at the
Yeah,
schedule.
so they've got, I've got a schedule here. They've got,
Okay.
I think
Led
on
him into that one,
Tuesday,
obviously.
yeah, exactly. So they've got on Tuesday is How to Automate Tuesday. So they're going to be focusing on automating 4th and 5th axis machining centers, which again is just, I assume, showing off the flexible pallet system. And obviously the Fastems software that backs that up as well. So they've got a really, really complex, sophisticated system that helps to
Well,
manage.
not complex. It's sophisticated. 'Cause it's easy to use.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is complex. Trying to schedule long batch runs with short batch runs, and when you need a lot of operator intervention, that's quite a complicated problem to solve. So you need the sophisticated
The software is phenomenal, isn't it? And it will schedule out, numerous
Yeah.
days in advance to keep that machine shop running.
So if you're interested in that, that's on Tuesday.
Tom's itching. Oh, sorry. Go on, Tom.
You got something
Well,
to
talking of
comment?
Fastems, we've seen probably the most amazing thing I've ever seen using Fastems. So I had the privilege of going to the Netherlands to Rodin, so machine shop, who used an entire Fastems system to create a full, and I'm going to try and get this word right, autonomous machine shop.
Wow.
Just to clarify, he's been practicing that
I
all
have.
day, and
So
he said it spot on.
They had a full autonomous machine shop with 2 Mazak integrators and 2 Mazak 5-axis, to the point where the entire machine shop had 1 person in it. And his entire job was to take the material off the lorry and put it into the system, and that was it. It went up into the system. So they built an entire factory around this
I'm
one
going to
system.
stop you there. Sorry, go on.
What were they making? What was their end
Anything.
part?
So it was a subcontract shop.
really?
So
Oh, that's interesting.
you sent them a model.
Yeah.
So on their website, you sent them a model with the DXF with all your tolerances on, and it programmed it all. It did everything. It knew where the material. It was absolutely unreal.
I would say watch the videos on the MTDC. I don't want to stop. Well, I'm
No,
going to stop
no,
you there. Watch the videos on the MTDCNC channel. I'm going to cut you off there. But what is their stand? Where are they, please?
They're in Hall 10, A43.
Hall 10, A43. That's Fastems. Get yourself there. And sorry, we didn't. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday?
Wednesday customer journey, which
Yep.
is solutions for daily shop floor manufacturing challenges. So if you've got general challenges in your shop floor, show up on the Wednesday. I'm sure it'll be kind of Q&A, really interactive. Thursday's tool management, so how you handle your cutting tools and your tool automation.
There you go. All about
That's it.
automation from
Fastems.
Fastems. Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Now they've also got networking at the AMB, and I have to say the UK section is at 12 p.m. on a Thursday. You'll be there because it's fish and chips as well.
Is that right?
Absolutely. So there you go. Not just all of us will go for fish and chips. So brown or red sauce. Anyway,
What makes you think I like fish and chips?
nothing in particular.
Did I leave? What have I left? One.
Yeah.
on my-
Yeah, you got a chip on your shoulder. There we
Can
go.
Can we just add as well? Sorry,
No.
if anybody is doing a post on social media for AMB, to not forget to use the AMB hashtag, because AMB will be looking. The actual event will be looking into people's posts and resharing them as well.
And I think that the actual event, speaking from having been at least probably 3 or 4 times now, it's so well laid out. It's so easy to navigate. There's a lot of these shows you go to around the world where you've got, Hall 2 over there and you've got Hall 5 half a mile away somewhere else, and you're on and off buses. This literally, it's hall next to each other, next to each other, next to each other. Escalators, so you'll be all right to go from one to the other. But it is very
Brutal.
easy to navigate, and everything is is split into the different disciplines. It's straight at Stuttgart Airport as well. So
There you go.
wherever you come
Couldn't
from.
be simpler. So Stuttgart. Now, last but not least, and this is your friend Andreas. Is that correct?
It is.
So tell us more about.
So Haimer. Now, we've done a lot on Haimer now. People should really know what Haimer do, what Haimer are.
Assume I know nothing.
So around the machine, there's not really much Haimer don't do, from tool management systems to automation cells to tool holders. They've now brought on a cutting tool company. So there's a lot Haimer do. But I'm going to read this because this has come from Andreas, so I don't want to get it wrong. But at AMB 2024 in Stuttgart, they will be showing how modern tool management works with high quality process reliability components, end-to-end digitalization through a fully automated tool presetting and secure transmission of digital tool data to the machine. Striking highlights of the Haimer booth are fully digitalized tool rooms set up on a 30 metre squared. Is it 30 metre squared? Or whatever.
That's how big it is.
Yep. And the market-ready version of our fully automated tool preparation cell, the Haimer Automation Cube. Now that is amazing because it comes with an 11-axis robot in it.
11 axis.
Yeah.
What would a standard robot be? 6?
Yeah.
Putting you on the spot there.
The digital tool room is a really quite a fascinating one because it is about, traditionally a tool room is not known to be digital. It's, conventional and traditional methods of tool setting and all the rest of it. But this
So a large
actually,
machine shop, you've got a guy. Here's my job today, and he'll give all the tools.
yeah,
essentially.
you might have a guy that literally his role is to do all of these tasks that's now done digitally. So from picking the tool, from doing like shrink fit and getting the actual cutting tool into the body, then moving into being balanced and set, and all of these things happen all within a digital, which they're calling a digital tool room. Which
and their automation cube.
and the automation, I guess, now is the next addition to that, which does it automatically as well.
All right, it's all automated. You turn up in the morning, you've got all your tools ready, off and running,
yeah.
making your components.
The thing is, it's going to get rid of human error. We don't like to say it, but most problems come from humans.
Yeah.
So if you can get rid of all that, and also when you go home at night, you can leave this thing running all night, and you come in the morning and all your tools are set ready to go, and it's all done by...
People are going to say, oh, we're going to lose our jobs and things like that, and that is absolute...
No, because people don't lose their jobs, they just retrain to do something else in the factory. So, and obviously we all know at the moment there's a skills gap, and it's great. I read something on LinkedIn the other day, and I can't remember who wrote it, but it was, the skills gap is not something to close, it's something to build a bridge over. So if you can automate some processes that a fully skilled engineer doesn't need to do, then they can concentrate on running the machine and making the parts. They don't have to do the labour intensive jobs of building tools, fetching materials, scanning things in and out. So instead of people worrying and saying, oh well, I haven't got enough people and this, that, you can automate with things like Haimer bring, and then your skilled engineer can just concentrate, because let's be honest, if your machine's not running, you're not making no money. You don't make money bringing material from one side of the room to the other. You don't make money building a tool. You make money by keeping that machine running.
And you've got trained engineers, skilled engineers doing what they love doing, not just loading a bill and putting a tool in. Guys, where your time is running on, it really is fantastic to find out all about what we're going to see. Well, not all about it, but some of the people we're going to see at AMB in Stuttgart. We also need to mention the magazine, because there'll be a review via the magazine of the AMB, so that'll be hitting your desks very, very soon, as just as the events finish, I think. But Carl will correct me on that, no doubt. So, final words from you, Rowan.
Yep, Motorex.
Okay.
I'm going to cover Motorex.
No, actually, I'm going to steal your thunder there. We're going to do that in the next podcast.
Okay.
There you go. So, next podcast, we might hear about Motorex. Anything else from you, Tom?
Haimer is in Hall 1, E50.
Not in the gallery?
No.
Anything? Okay. Paul?
Always a lot to learn and a great place to do it, the AMB show. And of course, if you can't make it there, then you'll be able to watch everything that we've discussed.
Absolutely. So there we go. Mylas, Fastems, Haimer, and Hofmann Vratny. We found out a bit more about those, but get to the show. If you don't get to the show, watch our videos. That's it. So AMB 2024, 10th to 14th of September in Stuttgart, or Messy Stuttgart. Let me get that correct. Rowan, Tom, Paul, thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you there.